bold move that sent ripples through the NFL. The Washington Commanders have secured wide receiver Deebo Samuel in a trade with the San Francisco 49ers, acquiring the dynamic playmaker for a fifth-round pick. This deal, which sees Washington taking on a significant portion of Samuel's remaining contract, amounting to $1.5 million for the upcoming year, could prove to be a turning point for both teams involved. For Washington, this acquisition is a signal of an organization that's not content with merely rebuilding, but is willing to take aggressive steps to improve its roster and future prospects. The Commanders, fresh off a surprise run to the NFC Championship, are looking to continue their upward trajectory, and adding a player like Samuel could be the catalyst they need. The past season was somewhat of a revelation for Washington, as they exceeded expectations under rookie quarterback Jayden Daniels. Despite being seen as a team still in the developmental stages, they made an unexpected deep playoff run, reaching the NFC Championship much earlier than anticipated. While the team showed promise, particularly on offense, there were notable weaknesses, especially in the defense, which started the year as one of the worst in the league. Still, the emergence of Daniels as a poised and capable quarterback, combined with the offensive scheming of head coach Cliff Kingsbury, allowed Washington to punch above its weight. Despite a roster with clear limitations, including a lack of depth at wide receiver, running back, and the offensive line, the team's offensive play was high-powered. Now, with ample cap space and a burgeoning sense of optimism surrounding the team, the Commanders are making a bold move by acquiring a player like Deebo Samuel. At 29, Samuel is no longer a young, up-and-coming talent, but his versatility and explosiveness make him a formidable addition. The wide receiver is a unique asset, capable of playing both receiver and running back, which provides the Commanders with the flexibility to avoid overcommitting to a particular position in the draft. Washington is wisely positioning itself to build a more complete team by filling gaps with proven talent, rather than making desperate moves based on positional need. This approach should allow them to enter the draft with a more balanced perspective, focused on acquiring the best available talent rather than reaching for players based solely on the team's immediate deficiencies. The addition of Samuel is both a short-term boost and a calculated gamble. Though his style of play, combining physicality as a running back with the finesse of a wide receiver, may cause him to age faster than traditional receivers, his ability to break open games with game-changing plays cannot be overstated. Samuel is a player capable of turning a single touch into a game-changing touchdown, a rare skill that is immensely valuable in today's fast-paced NFL. If Samuel can stay healthy and maintain his explosiveness, he could prove to be one of the most impactful players in the league. Washington's move to acquire him is a testament to the team's newfound aggressive mindset and willingness to make calculated risks, even when they don't come with a guarantee of success. What's especially noteworthy about the trade is the cost. For a player of Samuel's caliber, someone with proven ability to alter the course of games, the price of a fifth-round pick seems remarkably low. It's a reflection of the 49ers' decision not to extend Samuel's contract, despite his clear value. With only 1 year left on his deal and the 49ers focused on other priorities, they were willing to part ways with a player who, just a few seasons ago, was one of the most feared weapons in the NFL. The fact that Samuel was traded for such a modest price is indicative of a shifting landscape in the NFL, where teams are becoming increasingly savvy about player contracts, cap space, and long-term planning. For the 49ers, this trade feels like the final step in the evolution of their roster. After an injury-plagued 2023 season that derailed their Super Bowl aspirations, the 49ers appear to be entering a new chapter, with a rising star at quarterback in Brock Purdy and a defense that, while still formidable, has shown signs of wear. San Francisco's decision to part ways with Samuel could signal a strategic pivot. The 49ers have been at the top of the NFC for the better part of the past 5 years, but as they approach the inevitable task of paying their quarterback, it's clear that the team's roster will need to adapt to the new financial realities of the league. While Kyle Shanahan's offense is still one of the most innovative in the league, and the team is likely to remain competitive, the loss of Samuel is a blow to their immediate Super Bowl aspirations. The 49ers will now have to lean even more heavily on Purdy and a defense that has begun to show cracks. If they're to maintain their championship-caliber status, they will need to find ways to replace Samuel's unique skill set and rediscover the dominant defense that helped propel them to multiple NFC championship appearances. Ultimately, this trade is more than just a move to acquire talent. It's a glimpse into the evolving philosophy of both teams involved. For Washington, the trade signals that they are no longer content with being just another team in the rebuilding phase. With a promising young quarterback, cap flexibility, and an eye on the future, the Commanders are positioning themselves to become a serious contender in the NFC. As for the 49ers, the trade represents the closing of a chapter, one where Samuel was a key figure, and the beginning of another, where the team will need to adjust to new financial constraints and the realities of roster construction in a salary cap league.